Hey guys, it's me, Nicole, and I thought for today I would do a video talking about all of our favorite TV shows between my husband and me and Sadie. Well, not really Sadie's favorite TV shows because she doesn't really have, like, she watches cartoons, but not really like her own like favorite TV shows. But it's just something, you know, summer's coming and there is a lot more opportunity to play outside and do more activities and things like that and be more active. But there are still those rainy days and those nights when Sadie has to go to bed and we are stuck up in the house and we just like to sit back and watch some TV. So I thought that I would share with you guys some of our favorite picks, and I would love to hear some of your guys' favorite shows that you guys are addicted to. So last season, for the spring season, I did not do a favorites video. I just could not figure out a good time to do it, and so it just never got done. But just to kind of recap for spring, some shows that are ending up now. Vampire Diaries, amazing, as it has been since day one. Revenge, which was, I think it was the first season this year. I know it was the first season. And that show is amazing. Supernatural is in like season 6 or 7, and we love that show. Grey's Anatomy, I actually started watching that on Netflix. I can't remember if they're on season 5 or season 6. And I started watching that when Robert was at work, and then he has a situation going on with his job where he lost his job, so he started watching it with me, and now he loves it. And so we got caught up to the point where we were watching it live on TV as it was airing, and so now we have to wait for the season premiere of that, probably in the fall, I'm guessing. But we both love Grey's Anatomy. 16 and Pregnant I've been watching. I don't know why. It's like my guilty pleasure show, I guess. But it's just interesting to see where these girls are coming from and, you know, how they live their lives with this big challenge that they have. We love Survivor. We've been watching every season of Survivor for the past couple of years. It's just right up our alley. Once Upon a Time is a really, really great show that we've been watching. I'm hooked on that. And that's on, I think, CBS. And then a new show that we've never watched before in our house that we watched this past season was Celebrity Apprentice. And I'm just not into like all the businessy blah 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 of it. I just haven't been able to get into it. But this year, I don't know if it's just the celebrities that they had on there or if I just kind of took time to actually watch it. But it was actually pretty interesting. So we watched that. Yeah, and then some shows that I said that I was going to be watching in my winter video that we didn't end up sticking with were Alcatraz. We watched a lot of the videos, but I think it went on hiatus, and then we just didn't realize when it came back, and then it was just like whatever. So Alcatraz. Work It was like a half-an-hour little comedy show that was on Tuesday nights on ABC, and I liked it a lot, but it only like lasted 1 or 2 episodes before it got canceled. Another show that we watched for a while was Unforgettable, and we liked watching like the episodes individually, but like the storyline that was going throughout was just going too slowly and I couldn't keep up with it, so that went by the wayside. And a lot of times too, like I said, I don't sit there and like watch the shows. Like I'm cleaning while I'm doing it or doing a craft or doing other stuff. So if I'm not paying attention 100% to it and it's not keeping my, you know, attention, then it just went by the wayside. Touch was another one. My mom wanted me to watch it and it just went, I watched like the first 10 minutes of it and I'm like, I'm bored. So that is the show that I didn't get into. I'm not a real big fan of Kiefer Sutherland. I'm sorry, it's nothing against him personally, none of his projects seem to interest me. Another show that I said that I was going to try and watch, but I did not, was The Secret Circle. Couldn't get into it. It's another one of those that I'd probably have to watch after Sadie went to bed, and we have a list that comes in front of that, so yeah. And then the last one was Grimm. I just couldn't get into it. It was kind of competing with Once Upon a Time, and for me, Once Upon a Time was winning out. The storyline was much better and much more cohesive. It left me like wanting more after every episode, and Grimm was like, is this over yet? It's kind of dumb. So I didn't really like it. But if you guys disagree with me, that's awesome. Let me know. But But yeah, so those are like my past. Now I'm looking forward to summer. And if you guys want to know more about any of these, go ahead and leave a comment below and I will respond to you and let you know what those shows are actually about. But for the sake of time and this not being a 20-minute video, I'm just going to go ahead and go through the days that they're on, the networks that they're on, the time in Central Time, because that's where I am, and the network and what date they will be starting if they're not already on. So on Sundays we will, I'm interested in watching Jerseylicious. We probably won't watch it the day that it premieres just because I usually wait till there's a couple of them and then I watch them like 3 in a row on demand. So Jerseylicious is usually on 7 p.m. on Style Network and it's already running, so you can go ahead and catch that any Sunday. Drop Dead Diva, I'm super excited for. Oh my goodness, you guys, I love that show. It is, I'm going to give you a little bit of background anyways because I just like to talk. It is about this really pretty skinny model chick who has had this perfect life, and she ends up getting in a car accident, passing away, going up to heaven, and when she gets up there she presses the return button because she doesn't want to die. She had like this whole life in front of her, so but instead of being sent back to her old body, she gets sent into this a little bit more heavier set lawyer lady, and so she has to lead her life instead, and it's just really, it's a fun show. It's interesting. It's kind of like a courtroom drama too, so if you like that little bit of mystery in there, it's really good. I like it a lot. So anyways, that's on at 7 p.m. on Lifetime, and it just started tonight, June 3rd. So on Sunday nights I would definitely recommend you guys watch Drop Dead Diva. It is an awesome show. The Glee Project on Oxygen, it's basically a competition for people that want to compete for a guest role on the ABC show Glee. So is it ABC or Fox? I think it's Fox. I think it's Fox. Sorry. Anyways, the Glee Project is really cool, and actually one of the competitors I think appeared either on X Factor or America's Got Talent, and so she looks just like Justin Bieber, so we'll definitely be watching it, and Sadie will be like, oh my gosh, because she loves Justin Bieber. She's like Justin Bieber's biggest fan. Oh my gosh. Anywho, that's a whole different subject. I have to talk about Justin Bieber one of these days. Anyways, another show that my husband and I both get into is Food Network Star. It's not too masculine, not too feminine. They got some cool challenges going on, and we both get into that show, and that is on a Food Network channel at 8 p.m. Okay, so those are all my Sunday shows, and Sunday is actually my most popular day. Like, that's when a lot of the shows are on. The rest of the week, there's not much on. On Monday nights, there's Secret Life of the American The American Teenager, and I used to love that show a lot. I used to watch it every time. I watched it from the beginning. I was really into it, but I don't know if I'm growing out of it or if the writers are just running out of ideas, but I don't know, something about it is just like turning more towards like the direction of like being lame, at least for me. The conversations that the characters have with each other are so unrealistic, and I just don't know if I'm that into it anymore. But that is usually on at 7 p.m. on ABC Family. I'll probably watch a couple more episodes to see if it gets more interesting. Otherwise it may end up not cutting it. Another show that we all like to watch and we all get into is American Ninja Warrior or Ninja Warrior. I don't know if Ninja Warrior is on right now, but I know American Ninja Warrior is on NBC at 8 p.m. And it's basically these athletes that come out and they attempt this really ridiculously hard obstacle course, and so me and Sadie go and we start cheering for them, and it's just really fun and exciting, and Sadie gets to the point where she kind of is recognizing which obstacle is going to come next, and she has like, we have our own little catchphrases for each of the obstacles. It's really fun, so we really like watching that, and that's something that we can all get into, and that is appropriate. Also on Tuesdays is a show that has already started up. It's called Design Star, and it's on HGTV. And it airs at 8 p.m. and basically it's another competition show between designers. They get all these challenges, and they have to come up with creative ideas on how to design these rooms and outdoor spaces and stuff like that, and at the end of the competition, whoever wins gets their own HGTV show. So it's really fun, and I just love watching it. It's fun for me. Robert doesn't like it as much, as he's not really that into it, but I really like watching it. And I can't remember the guy's name. He's from Color Splash. and I'm having a brain fart as far as what his name is, but I love him. He's like a great host. That's all I have for Tuesday nights. On Wednesday night there's going to be a show starting June 29th of 2012, just in case you're wondering, on NBC, and it's going to be starting at 9 p.m. It's called Love in the Wild, and I guess it's supposed to be kind of like a dating show slash Survivor. And I don't know, like when we watch Survivor, it's kind of interesting because I'm like, oh, what if they like ended up liking each other or whatnot. And we haven't watched a season recently where there's been like a love interest thing kind of going on, so I was like, oh, you know, maybe it'll be an interesting show. So I think it's supposed to have like challenges, and it's supposed to be like a dating show, so maybe we'll watch it, maybe we won't, but it got on my radar at least. And then starting on Thursdays, now it's not only on Thursdays, is Big Brother, and it's in its 13th season, Big Brother 13. Big Brother actually airs Thursdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays, but it's going to start on Thursday, July 7th. And I did not write down the time, but I'm pretty sure it's 7 p.m. if they are doing the same that they've done in years past. I love Big Brother. I've watched it for the past 4 seasons, I believe, and I am addicted. It comes on 3 times a week, so it's on Thursdays, Tuesdays, and Sundays. One of them is the elimination day. One of them is like the challenge day. And they have like different ceremonies. There's one, it's called a head of household competition, where all of the people that live in this house, that are like locked in this house, they can't leave this house, they have a competition to see who the person in charge is going to be. And so that is the head of household competition. And then the second day is the POV, which is power of veto. So basically the head of household person has to put up two people for eviction, and then the POV is the power of veto, and it's a competition for everybody to compete in, and whoever wins that has the power to take somebody off of the block from being evicted and put somebody else up. So that's the second episode, and then the third episode is the eviction ceremony. So yeah, if that sounds interesting to you guys, I definitely suggest it. It's been on forever, and I had heard of it before, but I was like, oh, that doesn't sound interesting to me. And then one year I was like, oh, I'm bored, and I started watching it on demand, and then I like watched the whole season on demand, and it was amazing, and now I'm like hooked, and I wait for it every year to get sad whenever it's over. But I really love that show. So yeah, that's just a rundown of the shows that my hubby and I like to watch. He and I are both into Big Brother. We just love that show. And then there's another show that kind of got onto my radar. It's called Take Me Out, and it's supposed to have these celebrity people sitting in chairs, and the girls come up and they're like, oh, I'm blah 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 blah, and then they have to try and get the celebrity to turn around and like take them out on a date. That looks maybe interesting, like in a guilty pleasure kind of way, maybe, depending on the celebrity, I guess. And then there's another one called, I don't know, there's like a lot more dating shows that are coming back that are becoming popular again, so I don't know, we'll have to see how it goes. It depends on how cheesy they are. But anyways, if you guys have some favorite shows that you like to watch, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear what your guilty pleasures are and what you guys do to pass the time after the kiddos go to sleep, and on those rainy days, and what you guys watch as a family, because that can be difficult sometimes to find something that interests the adults and the kids. So anyways, this was a super long video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you didn't get too bored. If you've made it all the way to the end, congratulations, and I hope to see you guys on my next video. Good night, y'all. Bye.